so no, I can't miss that moving. MVP, I got the record, I might have to prove something. Big jumper worthy, they gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins, yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my big dog, walking big talk, young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than them, this is my ship, I'm a jacket like Letterman, y'all better not let them in, they gon' rotate this so I keep the pedaling, started a chain, the cycle is heaven sent, this is from God, but I'm not your reverend, not in the pulpit, I'm a pit bull in this element, yeah, said you gon' pull up then settle it, yeah, I've been married to this hustle, this is my ring, watch out step in it, yeah, and I ain't even got a yard, but I'ma get it here, watch out touchdown, pulling plans out the clutch, everybody getting crushed, the cut down is for us now, have to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that, big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that, work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins, yeah, I did all that, had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that, yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my, yeah.
Good morning. How's everyone? Let's see who we got here. Good morning, Mirza, Rafael, and average FX trader Anna Bessem. I think it's a long time we've seen you. I recognize the name. I'm short to NAS. Good luck with that one. NFP today, so we have to be extremely careful with our analysis. I'm going to show you some cool stuff today as well. Hope you had a good day. I just had a great gym session early this morning. Not quite the records that we set on the deadlift, but still good. Let's see the world. Nikos F, Kalimera. Everyone's piling in. Big day today. We had a big day yesterday. We had some news. We had some good movement. I closed. I waited till like 10 o'clock at night here, which is New York sort of time. And I made about 380. So like 30 odds, 34 pips or something. So I was happy with that. Good morning, Yanis. Had my, let me see what that says. Had my tea and feeling jiggy. I've got my coffee here. Good stuff. Coffee's arrived. Well, I made it. But I was a bit rushed today, so I didn't do the coffee art. So, let's jump on because we've got a busy day. Gonna start with the PMT today just to see where we are with the currencies in terms of fundamentals, and then we're gonna jump on TradingView, give it a chance to load up all the screens. We're gonna start with pound dollar. Pound dollar overview. It's quite interesting. We're going to talk a little bit about the... Oh, it's coming on bullish now, which is interesting. 77% of people are in DXM are currently shorting pound dollar. That is good news. We like this. This is retail. If you don't know what PMT is prime market terminal, a bit like in Bloomberg. It's a cheaper version. I say cheaper. It's still $130 odd a month, so it's quite expensive. But you get everything you need in terms for the currencies. So as you can see here, we've had increased interest in shorting in terms of retail which is a good thing if we're looking to go long. We're going to have a look at that now. So we've got that bullish indicator there, slightly though, not heavy. News-wise, on the pound dollar, obviously we've got big events later, but pretty mixed. On the right here we can see 4 green, 5 positive, 2 neutral, 4 negative, so pretty even. This is something we're going to talk about today, seasonality, because I did some of my own data analysis in the background. I'll show you about what I think about January and percentages. Nothing else here, so just quick look on the euro dollar as well before we jump in on TradingView. Let's see, overview. So we have the same bullishness on the DXM, which means it's kind of similar. People in the retail world are feeling like shorting the euro right now. So let's go and see what's happening. We're going to jump onto our TradingView. I'm just going to put my pound dollar here, my dollar index there, and my euro here. Perfect. So we're going to go onto a 15-minute. I've analyzed everything this morning, so it's all good to go. Our analysis was absolutely spot on yesterday. What did we say? My happy place was at this level here. Look at that, boom. Got an entry there, took 10 pips, came back, re-entered, got another 10 pips. You might say, Jan, you just missed a 130 pip move. Don't really care, guys. Don't really care. When you do this for a living, all you care about is you being able to consistently get about 10 to 20 pips a day, 40 pips on a good days. Make, like, for me personally, make anything between $300 to $500. And I'm good. I'm good with that. Let's throw on some indicators on there just to see oscillators. This is interesting. I like this. This is the attempt now to go to the 128. However, we've seen that volume has been decreasing. We are in the upper side of the RSI. Remove that. What we'll be looking at is the big gamer today is this move here that we've had on the 1 hour on the Fibonacci retracement. So if I'm willing to go long on this, I need to see a push back to at least 127, and realistically, and equilibrium sits exactly on 50% of the move. So we can either fade this move down and follow the retail people, or we can wait and take a bullishness towards the 128. If 128 gets triggered, I'm gonna be short for sure. Anything around this area, I'm gonna be interested to fade this area. Why? Because it will be the second attempt getting onto 128. It hasn't been there for a very long time. It's been there once, and before that, it's nowhere to be seen since 27th of July. So there's a lot of orders here that are going to be pushing that. In terms of the giveaway, guys, as you know, you can see on the bottom here, we're giving away on every live 1 Vanguard membership for a week. You're going to get access to all the videos that I've done. Going to get access to the community. You can join us on Wednesday live, so we could get to meet you. On Friday as well, you can join, which is today. You can join the other Vanguard members who are going to be doing what we call the safe house. I think I called it. I can't remember what it's called. But an area where you can go and talk about trading and life in general, or what is bothering you or affecting your trading. So the word that we're going to be looking for today is, if you're a Vanguard already, I wouldn't comment. It doesn't make sense because you're already a Vanguard. But the word that we're going to be looking for is Vanguard. what the algorithm is going to pick up in the comments, and you're going to go into the draw. That is if we hit 150 likes. Now, last time we got close. We got to 110, I think. So it is possible that we get this in the live today, especially with NFP event. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be tuning in later, and potentially later during the NFP event. So yeah, we're going to look at that. What else? Let's look at Euro for a second. Just go through the pairs. This is nice. Breaking above the dailies. I'm going to remove these dailies. They're not holding really well. This is just Fibonacci retracement for a couple of days. Just going to keep the weeklies and the monthlies. But this is nice now. This is breaking above. We're at premium. This happened already. Now, this area here will be interesting. I do like this area here. If we get here, potentially we might see a reaction to the downside. If that fails, the next level is 109. So those are the two areas which potentially we can have a 20 to 30 pip move, which we can make money before the NFP event. And you can see how many times we've been retested here. We're going to look at that, keep an eye on that. We definitely want an alert here. So I'm going to put an alert on the euro. Aussie dollar had a bit of a sell-off and then a reaction all the way to above the high now. This is also nice. This is also nice. Let's keep the news on. I want to see the news. We've got the big news this afternoon, but is there anything coming up during the live? Let's filter that. By the way, I got in contact with the guy because I suggested one thing. What would be awesome to have in this is a timer, like a countdown. You know, like in Forex Factory, where you can go and see how long it would take for something to play out. So something like that, that will be really good. So that timer there. So we'll see if he replies. He's probably going to say, yeah, if you pay for it. Aussie dollar, euro, pound, USD. Those are the three ones that I'm looking for. I want about today. This is going to be also today. Anything else? I don't think so. Right, we're going to press OK. There we go. So today we have 8:30 New York time. We've got NFP. But before that, it looks like we don't have much, which is kind of cool. So we can analyze this technically. This now is sitting on 76.4. Let me just quickly have a look at PMT on the Aussie dollar. Let's see what it says. Had a trade on Darwin X as well. First trade of the February. As you know, we got allocation of 30,000 this month, so super good. This is pretty even. Let's have a look on the overview. Pretty even. Right at 50%. So some positive news as well. Let's see if there's anything else. All right. So this also looks good. Not much here. Gold, wow. Holding above at premium. Look at these wicks. DXY, we sold off. And now we're waiting. Well, this is interesting. We're getting close to the gap. So there is potential that this can push lower, which means the pound dollar and the euro dollar would be going higher. So we need to see what's going to happen here. I'm going to put an alert right here on the previous daily low, just to keep an eye on that. And oil, didn't actually trade oil, didn't do the analysis on it. And we were looking at Bitcoin as well. We said that we were looking for a bearish movement. You can see that started happening now, filling in the gaps there. Interest of area down here. So guys, make sure you like. If you want to get a free Vanguard membership, we're gonna have to hit that 150, and it's the end of the week, so what a nice way to get a Vanguard membership for next Monday. And you'll get it from Monday to Friday, so you can watch all the videos, and then you can join us on Wednesday on the Q&A. So I think you will definitely get a lot of value, especially when it's free. So let's go back on pound dollar. We're holding that weekly. I do like this area here where I am now. I'm just waiting to see if we're going to get back into that Fibonacci level here. If we get into that Fibonacci level, I don't mind fading this downwards. Let me see how far that is. It's only 33 pips. I don't mind this. I don't mind this. Let's get our MT5 on. Oh, coffee. I need coffee. I'm happy you're enjoying the indicator. Yeah, it's good. I really like it. Can I make this camera smaller? Let me see if I can do that. I might have to do some things in the background. Give me a sec, I'll try and do that. I think I moved it up because of the promotion of the 150 likes, so it might be a bit big. Right, today I kind of do. I do like where we are. I do think we're going to take the highs though. So we just have to wait and see the next 25 minutes. Is it going to give us a nice bullish position to fade it down into this area here? Even though I do believe that we're going to have a retest of 128. However, there is a lot of interest here. We're taking out highs. So if this comes up here, I'll definitely get involved. If it doesn't, that's okay, because I'm going to wait for the push down. That's probably going to be at the 50, 61%, and then enter myself, position myself for the NFP event. So I need to manage my position, and just before the NFP event, if my size is too big, I'll just start closing it down, so I'm not too exposed with the news. But regardless of NFP, if the price is up here, I will definitely be taking short positions. If the price is down at towards down here, I will definitely be taking long positions. And that is all down to my levels. We talked about the 127. 127 has been the number, the price that everyone has been trading with institutionally. So now that we've had an attempt to 126, got failed, had an attempt to push back up into 128. Obviously there's a lot of interest, supply demands between these two areas is quite high. That's why, and there you can see my trades from yesterday. One trade there and one trade there. Really, really nice. And then I went to bed. I didn't follow through that. Quite happy with that. So let me see if I can do the camera, because there's at least 2 people who are annoyed about that. So I'll try and fix that. My face doesn't cut it. Let me see. So yeah, let's see. I'm waiting for a push higher. If this starts breaking lower, then we'll be waiting for this position here. Pretty simple stuff. Okay, I might be able to do it. Okay, let's see. Give me 1 second, guys. Try and fix this. Right, height. Make ourselves small. How long is it? It's 37, so we've got 20 minutes, 23 minutes till the open. So I'm expecting for the highs to be taken out. We will find out though. There, let's do that. That should be a little bit better. Just lock. I won't get it perfect now, but I'll. That should be a little bit better. And then we can make this a bit smaller. Bam bam, ba-dum, bam bam. Okay, is that better? That should be better. Right, let's go back onto TradingView. 7:15. There's also this is the yellow news. Let's keep that on that. Right, it's taken the highs now. I do want it to come here, 108, 900. So we're gonna have to wait for a confirmation for this. Pushed over, that is the move. It's only, what's this? 15 pips there. A retracement to the 50 would be, oops. About 47 pips, that's not bad. So on one lot, that would be $470. So we have to wait. People like to jump in on these. I like to wait. Let's have a look on the RSI and the Bollinger Band, how they're looking. Yeah, you see there's more room. There's more room here. I've got a feeling we're gonna be taking this. I do believe on the euro that is. On the pound, I do think that there is potential we can take the highs. Now, if we get this close to the 128, it's quite a tough one because obviously that's where the liquidity is. RSI still not into the highs of like 70s, 80s. So we're gonna have to wait and see. I don't want to start early on this. We're gonna have to wait, considering we have NFP as well. Right, let's see some messages. Where are we? Uzbekistan, hello. Beck. Do you think DXY is heading to fill the Monday 15th gap? I think it will get filled. That's my gut instinct. If it does get filled, that means that we're pushing higher. If we get here, that means it's filled. And you'll see why. Because it's literally there. So if we see this, then that's a really nice setup. Vanguards are coming in. Guys, soon as we hit 150 likes, I'm gonna do the first ever draw. It's gonna be fun. So, by the way, you can only put Vanguard once. If you put it more than once, it will discard it. So, just put it once, and then you will be in for the draw to win a one week free membership on the Vanguard. So you can get access to all our videos. You also get access to our beautiful community. So make sure you don't miss on that. I think it's a great opportunity for you guys. Someone asked me about, do you trade the GJ? I don't. I only trade the USD pairs, as you can see here. I do have the CAD JPY there, but that was a one-off. I was interested to see what was happening. I'm going to take that out, actually. But what I want to show you is the analysis I've been doing. But I was going to show it in a little bit when we get bigger numbers. But how long we got? We've got 15 minutes, so I might start showing this. Right, so guys, we rely a lot on... Here's a good question for you. How do you look at seasonality? So we're now in the 2nd of February. Who here knows what the last historical data since the 40s? What is the average percentage return? Is it positive or is it negative on the pound dollar? Wouldn't you think that is quite important information to know? What does the market do generally in February? Who knows this? Let's see. Trivia question. How much do you think in terms of percentage? The pound dollar. Don't Google it if you return. So an average return on the pound dollar in February. Is it bullish? Is it bearish? And by how much? Here comes the candle. So we know that the interesting area is here. I'm just going to move that line there. That is an interesting area. Taking liquidity now out here, and here. Then we're close to the 128, but not too far there to start building a position. So I do like that. I don't know, not gonna lie. Yeah, it's one of those, like, it's crazy how much we base our analysis on just the technicals on the day. And yes, if we're good traders, we jump onto the monthly and we look at monthlies, monthly levels, we look at overall the historical data, we go to the weeklies, we create bias, we drop down to the daily, we fine tune what we're looking at, then we go to our 4 hour and 1 hour and we get onto the 15 minute to execute. That's all good, but what about historical data? Anyway, so I'm not here to question you if you knew, no. I think it's very important to know. And also, it's very easy to create seasonality by yourself for free. And I'm going to show you today, extra bonus today, how you can create your own filter system. I'm not even joking. It's going to be a super cool dashboard filter system where you can just filter any month and it will tell you what has been the percentage return over the history of pound dollar for that month. So if you do want to learn that, 1, press like, and 2, let's comment a clap if we're interested to find out how you can create your own seasonality. So you don't have to rely on paying anyone for this. You can do it by yourself. If we're interested, let's put an emoji. If we're not, I'll show it to the Vanguards later. All right, we're going over. This looks like a turtle soup, doesn't it? You have to remember though, we've got a lot of news. Tassie, I'm very interested. Peter, I am interested. Shorted instead long. How would you have managed that? Omar. Yanis, let's say yesterday you were completely wrong on direction, and after the liquidity raid, you would have shorted instead of long. How would you manage this? So if I was in this position, I would never short a previous daily low. Or it was below a previous daily low. I would never do that. I always reverse the price. So worst case scenario, I start shorting here and that keeps on going up. But I would never do the opposite. I would never start shorting here. But let's say this continued up. That's, Omar, how we do the repositioning. So the video that you saw on Vanguard. But with all these videos, guys, I put a video presentation in the Vanguard about repositioning. It's like me explaining what is going into my head, like now, but I try and depict it. And if you go on the Vanguards, you will see some great conversations happening right now, because there's they're talking about the meeting later, but everyone here is explaining how they've adapted their own way of repositioning. So Omar, my goal for you, and should be your goal for you, is how can we create a system, if you do want to do repositioning, that fits your needs and your psychology and your risk tolerance. Because how I trade, I can tell you how I trade, but you'll never be able to do what I do, because we're different traders. A system, even if it's a system, you never trade. I can't take a system and just start trading it. It doesn't work. If they do work, it's better doing an algorithm where you don't have to touch it, buy an algorithm, and it would give you like 30-40% win rate, and then when you get hit, it would get hit hard, and then you stop the algorithm and you end up losing all your money. So with all these concepts, I think I've got 3 or 4 videos on repositioning in the Vanguard. One, you have to remember, I've been doing this for 3 years, so it will take you a while to get it. So be patient, and I know I love it because you're eager, you want to learn, and you're young, you've got time. You know, if I was in your place where you are now, Jesus, like, you've got a huge advantage as long as you are not rushing the process and not being greedy about getting loads of money very quick. So if you are focusing on the process, and I genuinely believe that every Vanguard, well, the people that I know already, they're gonna make it. They're gonna make it, I'll tell you. I'm gonna start interviewing people that have made it. That's gonna be our next project. That will happen later though, when we get like into 100,000 views or something, subscribers. I always hit hard, you know me. I always aim for the stars. What's the phrase? Aim for the moon and you'll be among the stars. If you told me last year we would have 8,500 subscribers when I had 75, I wouldn't believe it. But we're gonna do it. And the same with the Vanguards. I genuinely believe that we're gonna beat the 1% industry numbers. I wanted to get it to 30%. If 30% of the Vanguards are financially free, I want it more, but let's be realistic. The people that are actually gonna put the work, gonna genuinely believe they can do it, because that's a big part. Yeah, so we're gonna see, I can see good things happening. We could have taken this, but it's too small. It's too small. There's no pumping yet. We need to see the pumping. We've got 8 minutes. If this breaks the lows, creates a classic ICT 2022 concept, but it still hasn't taken liquidity yet. It's like, what's that? That's a tiny wick. People would argue that that is the liquidity draw that's been taken there, but it is equal highs on a 1 minute. That can easily come and retest that. Sheva, I've met you, haven't I? It's quite a funny story with Sheva. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right. I believe you're in Bali, and I believe I met him at an ATM. It's like, wait, are you the conscious day trader? And I was like, yeah, how cool that someone in Bali has found us, and he's an incredible guitarist, quite heavy metal stuff, if this is the right person I'm talking about. But yeah, it was pretty cool to meet him. It was a while back now when we first came into Bali. I was running to find an ATM. Oh, Tassie, sorry about that. I'm gonna stay on the sidelines until New York SB window. This is a London seek and destroy hour. I do love the London hours though, I have to say. My biggest success comes in the London session. When I only have New York, I'm a horrible trader. I need London to find my setups, and I need the volatility of New York to correct my setups when they're wrong, or make my money. Right, how we're doing on the likes? Are we getting closer to the free Vanguard? 43. I think we're on a good route. I've got a feeling that today we're gonna have a draw for a free membership. It's like Christmas. Hello Hassan, Plus Ultra Trades. Hey Yanis, what month would you recommend to visit Bali? Not the raining season, even though technically it's now raining season. It hasn't rained that much, but as you can see, here, let me show you. As you can see this way, it's all sun, blue skies. So any month really is good for Bali. You can't really go wrong with Bali. And when it rains, it doesn't rain like weeks and weeks and weeks. It rains for a couple of hours, then you're good to go. So, I didn't get a lot of interest for giving you the dashboard, how to create a dashboard about seasonality. So maybe we'll do that later. I'll do another poll, see if you want to see that. What I would teach you for free today would be how to do this. If I saved it, we'll see. Atomic Habit. How much does this house cost? Quite a bit, a lot. Think of London price. and a little bit more. It was the same for me. Tassie, I always dreamed to live in a hot country, have a house like this. You have to believe it, you have to put the hard work in, the clever hard work, not only the hard work, and then eventually you will do it. I think I deleted it. That's not cool. I will show you the dashboard. If there's interest, I will show you how to make a dashboard so you can always know your seasonality really easily on each pair. This is rented, yeah. I'm currently in the look for land so we can build our dream house on it. But for now it's rent. But it's a big house, it's like 3 floors, sea view, views, like big pool, rice fields on the background all around. So it's one of the best you can get here. We're holding above the weekly, which is a good thing, because I want to see another push. The ideal push would be a huge spike, which is it's not going to happen because we've got NFP later. But I would like the price. This is where I'm interested, very, very interested. This area here is my happy place. Here. That is my happy place. I don't think that's going to happen before NFP, but we might have a slow consolidation just preparing for that event. It's so big. The movements are so big. That's 50 pips. Never know, but yeah. Swissman, how do you get like a green card for Bali? There are special conditions. Yeah, they're called visas. You need a visa. You just need to apply for a visa. Depending, there's different visas. There are holiday visas for 3 months, then you can extend it for 6 months. If you're gonna live here, there's so many things. An easy YouTube video on the different visas that you can get in Bali, and you'll be good to go. About to lose my funded account after 2 payouts, man. Do you have any psychological tips to bounce back? Big question. Big question. So first of all, congratulations. Yeah, is this a boot camp? If it's boot camp, like 10 times congratulations, because it's quite a tough one. If it's the high stakes, I would be focused on how long did it take you to pass that. If you passed it in a couple of days or weeks, that is the normal trend for people. They will pass it, they will get a few payouts, but then it's not their process that is going to get them financial free. It's basically, I wouldn't say luck, because it might be good systems, but you need to be realistic about how is that money coming in. Are you over leveraged? Are you over risking? Are you closing trades too early? Are you closing profitable trades too early? But yeah, I would say the fact that you passed it is good. The fact that you got 2 payouts is even better. I would say do exactly what you're doing before, if you did it the proper way and you weren't risking too much. And then just play the long game. Try and build a buffer on the account. The more money you can leave in the account, as long as it's less than the daily drawdown, you can create that buffer of your stop can increase if it's in the fibers, and then you can slowly start building your lot sizes and your behavior so you can build that sustainable. I've been funded now for a year and 4 months with the fibers, and I had some great journey. First year, ridiculous return, more than like 60% return with 12 milestones. So all I did was do exactly the same thing every day, what I'm doing now. Not rushing into trades. You see my trades, look at my trades. Okay, I held that, which was nice reposition. But look at these. Break even, profit, profit, profit. I'm not greedy. I'm not taking the whole, I'm not trying to get the whole move. So we have to be frugal with our profits. Always think risk first. What is the risk if I'm still in a trade for maybe half an hour, 2 hours, 1 day? What is changing? Start learning price action. Price action is everything. Because you see candlesticks, but all you need to focus on is that this here. This is what is traded. We're at 1275 now. Big question is, are we going to 128 or are we tracing back to the 127? And why would we do that? ICT would call that liquidity draws, gaps, all the good stuff. But institutional traders just call it price. 128 is an overpriced area. So maybe I'll sell off at a good price. Unless I think there is a reason for it to go to 129s. That's all it is. Can we buy pound dollar? For me personally, this is not financial advice, obviously. For me personally, we're in a zone. I'm more interested in shorting this. If we start pushing towards the 128, if we retrace into this area here, then I'm interested in buying it. As always, when we start the day, the manipulation hasn't happened yet. The market hasn't shown what's going on. Do I set a stop loss? My stop loss is my risk management. I risk manage my positions. So people get so fixated with stop losses. I will always protect in my account 100% of the time. But the way I protect my account is my position size. When you've got a 250,000 account and you can take half a lot or a quarter of a lot, you can just leave it on for a couple of days. What's the worst that can happen? Go to $500, $2,000 is nothing. But my rule is I don't want to see a $2,000 loss because it will take me a week to recover. If I'm having slower weeks or if I'm building up in the new year, then that can be 1,500. It's all down to the setups, the conditions of the market. Anton, I trade with a pound average approach called repositioning. So I always reposition my positions to a better price. If it's going against me, then I start doing something that's called risk mitigation. So any opportunity I can close my worst entry for a loss, partial loss, then I do that. It's more complicated than just saying, I'm gonna set my stop for 5 pips or 10 pips. That doesn't work for me. What's my analysis on the euro dollar? It's quite similar actually. Euro dollar is still in an area of premium. I like this. I've got an alert here at 108.9. If we get there, then I would be interested to look for short opportunities. But as it stands now, we're sitting at the liquidity area. And remember, we do have news. So this is buy side here. At this moment of time, I never buy this. I never chase the buys. I just hold it. We're on 55 likes, guys. If you do want to get the free Vanguard today to have the draw, we have to hit 150. So make sure you like the channel. You comment Vanguard once, only once counts, and you will be in a live draw. We'll do it here together, and we'll see who will win a free week of full access in a Vanguard membership. So you get to see what we do, all my repositioning videos, my NLP work. Yeah, good times. Bam, bam, bam. Gold is an interesting one. Yeah, it's holding this level. Look at this consolidation there. Like, it's just waiting for NFP. But we have had a retracement below the 23.6. So I think that this is going to be retested. It's going to come back to equilibrium at some point. How it's going to get there, I'm not sure. How many pips is that? Is that 60 pips? I think it might be 60 pips. But yeah, I think we're going to be, look, it's found the 38 twice. Third time, we should break it, get to the 50s. And then who knows, depending on NFP news, are we retesting the highs or are we pushing towards the lows? I don't know that. But I do think we potentially can take highs, nice fair value gaps there, continuation down to 2048 potentially. I don't trade gold that much. Is that 600 pips? Really? Damn. This is 600 pip move? Flipping heck. Look at pound dollar, 48. Maybe I need to trade gold. DXY starting to push lower and lower and lower. We're looking for this sell side liquidity now to be tapped in. What do we have below? We do have the gap as well. Yeah, so that needs to push down, which is happening now. Let's see what happens here. Let's get our positions ready. I might start on a half lot unless it gets up here. If it gets up here, I'm gonna go for one lot. I might even go for one lot. I don't mind this position to manage it. 30 pips would be $300. I don't mind it. How far is this? It's 37 pips, $370. I would like it to take the high though. Let's see. Let's go. Let's get an entry. Push down. DXY. Let's look at the strengths. Gold is crazy. Yeah. If it's moving with 600, Jesus. $7,635. It's close. It's close to make me interested. Here it comes. I'm gonna half it. So I entered there. My next half of that lot will be a push to the upside. Why did I not go one lot? Because I think this is a second attempt now to get to the 128. If we get to this area here of liquidity, 1278, I will apply my other half lot. And then my second lot, I'll probably be looking at 128. But this move here is about 30 pips, I think. Yeah. Good luck. I don't need good luck, Rafa. You know that. We don't trade for luck. We trade because we know what we're doing. Luck doesn't come into play with trading. Good morning, Fernando. GFX. How are we doing on the likes? Are we getting there? Are we getting there? Are we getting to the free Vanguard for the week? 65. Got a bit of work to do. Still got a bit of work to do. So my half of a position of this is probably going to be at the highs of this, which is, how far is that? About 25 pips. So what's that, about $100, $150? Let's add some coffee in there. So this setup here, depending on how my repositioning goes, I wouldn't hold this position for NFP. So if before NFP we have like a move that we reposition this, then good. If not, then I would try and risk mitigate this trade, because I don't like being this high but not high enough to be able to start a trade. My ideal entry was 128, but the reason I didn't go with one lot is so I can manage this nicer. Make sure you like the stream, guys. Share it. Tell everyone. It's the best stream you will ever find. A bit biased though. Erkan, he's asking what is the best program from the Fivers. I passed the Fivers bootcamp, which is the hardest challenge. However, the stats are showing that whoever passes the bootcamp are the people that are actually holding those accounts. So hyper growth, you've got leverage, bigger daily drawdowns. So it's easy if you take 100 people and they're all extremely risky. It's just statistics that most of them are going to make it, or half of them, let's say, or even less, 40%. That's a lot of people. Then half of them will get some payouts, but ask them in a couple of months, have they still got the account? That's the key thing. Are you learning to trade through the program that you're doing? And I think bootcamp is the best for learning, because it fixes your stops, it fixes your risks, You have to think about your drawdown because it's small. I think that is a better place to start if you want to do this full-time for living. But if you want to do it as a side gig, make some money around your job, then hypergrowth makes sense because it's quicker. We must be in the above the 70s now on the RSI. Let's have a look. DXY got the lows. Back on the previous daily low. Just clipped the lows. So obviously we are anticipating a potential push to fill the gap. We'll see. I just like the entry here. This is a monthly entry. That dashed line is coming from this monthly move. Take a fib from the top of that, put it on the low. And this price that we got in, oops, is exactly on the 61.8. Tested once, tested twice. Where's the 76.4? Exactly where our happy place is, 128. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. So we need to plan for that. Dum dum. And it's Friday. I have to say, I do like NFPs. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I do want to show you because I think it's really useful. If you've never heard about Tableau, it's a data analytics tool. It's a bit like, if you know Excel, it's a bit like Power BI. So you can put data in there and you can visualize it. So all I did was went to investing.com and got the data for the pound dollar, euro dollar, wait, is this the right one? Where did I get it? Jesus. Euro dollar's reacting to that buy side there. Pound dollar is trying to hold that monthly retracement to the 61.8. Let's get down to the 15-minute. We need to see a close below the 23 of this Fibonacci. So we need to see that to close there. Someone asked, why did I use this fib and not the low? Because this move here has pushed up and retraced to about 76%. So that movement is kind of complete. So I discount this move here. So I use the big mover here as the full move for the Fibonacci. Where we got it? Well, I think 23, 50% is there, so we'll probably keep this to 250. If we get that. If not, we're going to reposition it. So yeah, so go on the pound dollar. On one of the tabs here, you can see historical data. Click on historical data, and we're looking for the months. Click on monthly. This here is giving you percentage return change on the month. Click on the date. Go on, you can go back to the 40s. So just start typing 1940s. Apply. So that will show you all your data back to the 1940s. You can download that, the CSV, download data, and then you can download something called Tableau Public. It's free. Download Public. You go on text file, find your data, open it. It's going to take some time to process it. So that's going to bring in the data. And then if you've never seen this, you can very easily look on YouTube. It will give you a nice little, it's quite an advanced tool for data analytics. I used to use it in my previous job when I was an analyst, but it's free. It's super easy when you get to grips with it. You've got your data sources here. So all your sheets, just drag it into, so it accepts it. And then you can go on to what's called a sheet. And now we can start doing some cool stuff. Let's say I want to know, I want to filter by month. Let's say I want to know, since the 40s, what is the average return of the pound dollar? That is a difficult question, isn't it? You would have to go to Investopedia, get all the data, maybe put it into Excel. But here is really, really simple. So what we're going to do is just throw that in there, put the date on the column. Now we've got all our dates since, I think I did it 71 to 24 on this. Keep an eye on the background there. And then what we're going to do, obviously in here, you can see we haven't got any data in the row. All I want to put in is the percentage change. So I'll put the percentage change in there. Now that's given me the percentage change of the whole years since the 70s, right? But this is not very user-friendly. It's not quite what we're looking for. I want to filter it, be able to make it really easy. So I'm just going to create like a table. And when you click here on show me, you get a table. That will give you like a normal table form. Now we've got our table form, right? And I'm going to switch it so it's going downwards. But let's say I don't want to see all the data from the 70s. You've got a little box here called filters. So I'm going to drop the date onto the filters, and I'm going to filter this by years. And I can get rid of all of them. Let's say I want to see from 2004. I want to see all these dates. Just do that. And okay. Now that's going to filter all the dates to what I'm looking for. Obviously this is in percentage, so that doesn't look right. So what I can do, the data here in the numbers is always in green, and it's here. So what I can do is can jump on and change the format for percentage. So I'll change the number into percentage, And there we go, voila. Percentage of the year that the pound dollar did since 2004 to 2024. Pretty cool, eh? But that's not good enough. I want to know, what about January? I want to know all the Januaries. That's what I'm interested in seasonality. We're going to grab another filter, and this time we're going to do months. And I can very easily add months in there. And I'm going to click on January. There's all my Januaries. So to make it easier, I can click on this and so show filter. Now I can filter all the months that I'm interested in, and it will update and tell me what it's done in each year for all these months combined. But let's say I just want to see, because this is adding them, right? Let's say I want to see the change per month. So this is the year. I want to see the months up here. So in the columns, I can go and put date, and I'll change that to month. There we go. This is all my Januaries. Now if I put February, it's going to put it next to it. March, April, May. Now I've got a nice seasonality table going back from 2004, and a very easy way I can filter this. So let's say I want to see all the data. Boom! Since 1971, I can see all the Januaries, all the Februaries, all the April. So someone might be asking, what if I want to see the average January? It's okay, I don't care about the 70s when it was 1.6. I care about the average overall. This software is pretty cool. So what we can do is go analysis and go totals, and I'm going to show the row grand totals. Now at the end here, we've got a total going for the year. So I need to change this to column, so I get the bottom side column. Now this I've gone at the bottom here, you can see. This is the average or the sum return of all the dates since the 70s. Okay? If I click on grand totals and I change this to average, now I'm getting the average return since the history of pound dollar. How long did that take us? Isn't this easy? And let's keep it only January for a second, because I'm going to show you some cool stuff. I'm going to take this grand total because we don't want that. So we've got years since the 70s, and we've got the percentage return month on month. You can call yourself a data analyst now. What else would be interesting? I want to see this more visually, right? So I want to see this, if it's positive or negative, I want to see this. So give me 1 second. I'm just going to show you something really, really cool. This is really advanced stuff, but you have this video now, so go back. You can do exactly the same steps, and you will have your own filter for seasonality. And I've only done pound dollar. Imagine if we do all of them. You have all the currencies. And the cool thing is, when it's in here in your data source, all you need to do, get the new date, throw it in there, and this updates by itself. So you don't have to do anything. It's pretty much done. You've got your seasonality in a few minutes. It took us 5 minutes. But what I want you to show you now is how we can do something pretty cool to make this more visual. And what we're going to be looking at is to change the color on these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and create a field, a calculated field, and our price is going down now to 5 pips. We're 5 pips in profit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to call this color. Boom. In color, I'm going to write an if statement like we do in Excel. It works really similar. So if my change percentage in time, right? So I'm going to put that in brackets. And yes, you have to learn a little bit of syntax, but it's not hard, trust me. You can copy this and you get it for free. If the change is bigger than 0, what do we want that? We would want to call that green. So I'm going to do then, label this green. And I'll show you why we're doing this. It's going to be really cool. What's the other option? If it's not green, we need to do else show this as red. And I'm going to close that by writing end. Now, if I've done that correctly, it will tell me the calculation is valid. So I'll press OK. Where we're pushing here, 23. Now, what have I managed to do? I've put a calculation in, created it myself. I called it color. You can see it here. And if I throw that now on the color, it's changed anything that's below to 0 to one color, and anything that's above to another color. But I don't like these colors, blue and yellow, so I'm going to go to color and edit this color. Green is going to be green, and red is going to be red. And what have we managed to do now? We have an automatic filter since the 70s for seasonality for any month. And we can visualize that by if it's red or green. Exactly what you pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get. I've just shown you how you can do it for free. Look at April 2005, green, 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 all green. We need to update the averages here, or it needs to be bigger. I can go standard entire view. That would give me all the data. So let's see in the last 5 years, since 2014, let's say. I just want to see since 2014. At the bottom now, because we created a calculated field which looks for greens and reds, it's doing something really cool. It's averaging the greens and the reds. So now I know that January, when it's been red, on average is dropping 1.46%. When it's green, it's averaging 2.34 since 2014. And we can add dates, we can add more dates to see what impact it has. We can see on average 1.6. So this is really, really crucial information. Now, we're in February. On average, when we drop in February, we're dropping about 2.4% on the pound dollar since 2010, 2.7. When we're green, we're on 1.46. You might be saying, how can I use this now? It's a cool setup, but how can I use this? Well, let's have a look. We've just started in February. What have we returned in this current month? I can go on my monthly candle. And press the like button, guys. I'm showing you stuff that no one knows. This is like secrets of the markets. And you're getting it for free. So press the like and make sure you let people know about the cool stuff we're doing here. So if I go on to the current price of the month, so we can see now on the monthly charts, we're looking at a percentage of 0.53 on this month. So let's go back to our tool we've just started the month and we're already 0.5% up. What's the chances of this going above the average and hitting 1.4s or 2s? There is a chance. Let's see how many times that happened. So you can do cool stuff. We can do a calculated field and say, count if this is more than 2%, how many times has it happened? And you can do sort of things like this, but you can visualize it differently as well. We can visualize it in bars. We have multiple ways to look at this and make it really cool. In dots or whatever you prefer. It's literally an incredible tool. So there you go. If I want to just look at the data, so let's say one last thing on this. Let's say I want to see just 2023, previous year. But what I want to compare is the whole year. I want to look at the whole year. Now I've got the percentage return of the whole year of 23. How can I compare that to 22? Simple. There it is. Ba-ba. 22 minus 62, 184. What's the tendency here? We can see in 22 we had quite a heavy pound dollar until April. But now it's, in 2023 it was a lot greener. What if I had another year to compare with this? Let's go to 21. Similar thing to 23. Greens, 1 red in March. What about 20s? 3 reds. So it looks like it waves. There's a wave. Look at this. When we've had a red January and a heavy start to the year, the next year we've had a quite green year. The following year, another red year. Now a green year. So could this be a more red year in the beginning? You can see here, similar scenario. Green, start on 19, 18, bit of a mix. So we can start looking at this to understand seasonality. I haven't even looked at the comments now. Am I still here? So yeah, so that is Tableau. You can download it for free, Tableau Public, and go and play with it. And I'm gonna make this available to the Vanguards. I'm gonna create it for the whole pairs, and then you can go and play around with it. Pretty neat tool. If you did like that analysis, make sure you like, guys. And you got a 2-for-1 there. You can also get into the my words, in with a chance to win a Vanguard membership. What are the benefits of seasonality? It's like saying, what are the benefits of inside knowledge? That's pretty much it. If you know that something has a tendency to do something, you have better knowledge than someone who doesn't. And this is just on percentage return. There's like, we can build this up. Look, we've got the lows to the open, so we can create calculations to look at the ATR. What does the ATR do in the beginning of the year compared to late in the year? We can do some really cool stuff here. The cool thing about this, I can even look at just January, let's say. If I want to take the euro out, I've got it in my filter. I can go into since 2018 to 2023, take me to January, and I want to break January into weeks. Boom. Just like that, I've now got an average return of every January since 2018 has been, Mondays has been the most return. Boom. We know that. That's pretty cool. What about if I add all the years? 10 Mondays has always been the highest return when it's green, but not the biggest losses. The biggest losses happens on Wednesdays. What about today, Fridays? Since the inception, biggest drops on Fridays. What about recent data? Let's take the last 3 years. Does that hold up? Some data missing there for some reason. What have I done wrong there? Weekday, January. That's weird. Maybe there's some data missing somewhere. Because of 2024. I would have to look into that. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Where's Thursday? Let's do this. You can also show the filters of the month. So for some reason, Thursday is not popping up, but I would have to look into that. Found a little bug there. But yeah, just a simple way where you can look at all this data. I know why. That's going to bother me now. I need to find out. What about... it's weekday, that's why. Let me see. Let me customize that. Let's do days. And then I'm gonna break these into date. Pushing into $33 now profit. Slowly going down. 1 day in January. Anyway, I'm not going to bug solve now, but I'll fix that. I'm not sure what's happening there. I might have done something wrong there. I think it's the filters. Let me take the filters out. Dum dum dum. So this is giving me the summary of January. Ba, ba, ba. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out later. But yeah, so there we go. So we can look into some data, and we can look at also on the seasonality approach, week approach. That's going to bother me. I need to find out why that didn't work. I think I know why. Let me see now. So that's the month. On the day, give me show filters. That's the day number. Got ya. Sorry guys, I'm just going into data there. don't know how all that can help a day trader for 20 pips target. Well, if you don't know, then it's not for you. But if you do see the value, then it is for you. That's the amazing thing about trading. You have to use what works for you. And that's what trading is all about. What is this wizardry? Absolutely alpha. Cheers, Yanis. Yeah, so this is cool. This is cool. I know some people are more interested in this than others, so obviously I'm not going to sit here doing data analytics, but it's a really, really simple tool, and it's kind of fun actually. It's quite intuitive. Still in this, we've done 10 pips now. Seeing if we can take the lows. If we can take the lows, we are in a good position. There is a fantastic interview with Larry Williams where you can see his approach about seasonality and cycles. That would be interesting. Plus, can you find that interview and put it in the chat? I'll have a look on that. But yeah, I used to do a lot of these dashboards. That is really going to bug me now. Why it's not giving me the dates. It is gonna bug me. Let me just, I love these little puzzles where you have to find the problem. I'm a problem solver. We're pushing $72. Let's get rid of these. So this is the number of dates. Let me see. I might have got it. Okay, put that there. Put the date up there. Put the week, day. Yes, got it. I got it. Get in. So now we know how to change, how to find the weekdays. Here we go. There it is. So you can put also the coloring on there because we've already coded it. It's going to look a bit ugly because there's multiple colors on there, but we can filter that. You can filter that into red and green. So there we go. I can now see all the green. What is more percentage wise? Look at this, guys. This is all the data on pound dollar. The highest percentage return since ever has happened on Fridays by a mile. 110%. Isn't that cool? That's cool to know. What about red days? Boom. Biggest red days on Mondays. Just want to try that again now that I've fixed it. Just so I don't let the platform beat me. Dun, dun, dun. Go to 2023. I want to see my percentage change. So my percentage change there. I want to see Pushing into 64, we bottomed there at $70. We'll see if we can get below the 23. That would be great. Show me red and green. Show me that in a different format. And now, just like that, I've only got 2 dates there, but what we're going to do, let's look at 23 for a second. I can now, because I coded the color, what I can do is I can throw my color on there, and it's going to give me the summary of red and green. So then I can put the label, show the label, boom. 6.47% was the highest return on a Wednesday in terms of 2023. Worst, 3.76 on a Friday. So there we have it. That's pretty cool, I think, anyway. You can compare then very easily each year. You can switch this to a single drop down, and we can go since the 90s. You can see the differences in the 90s to 2013. Look at that, that changed. 2015, and so on. And we can start building a bit of a story. 2020, when we had the pandemic. Pound is dropping. Good, good, good. $77 so far. So the cool thing about this is you can just ask it questions. I can just ask it questions by moving some things around, right? Let's say I'm just interested. I'm just going to put the weekday there, throw a filter on there. I'm just interested in Mondays. What does Monday do? But I'm interested for, let's say, I'm going to do multiple dates. This is pushing nicely. I'm going to do multiple dates. So I'm going to put a multiple value list. So I want to compare the last 10 years. Boom. Boom, shake the room. And just like that, guys, we have a detailed analysis of Mondays or every single year since 2014. Pretty cool, eh? Look how red this is. But I want this in the right order. This is 15, 18, 20, 21, 14. It was because of the red. I need to remove the coloring. There we go. So you can work around with this, and when you get it to something that you like, then you can go and create a dashboard. And on the dashboard, you can create your seasonality. You can choose what filters you want. Let's say I just want to filter this by a single date. I'll put a single value in there. I'm just interested to see different individuals. I can make this nicer by throwing it onto different areas. I'm not interested in this. I'm not interested in this. I'm interested in this, but I want to do it in a multiple value drop down. There we go, boom. I can see Mondays and Wednesdays, boom. And I want to put that there, make it smaller, and off we go. We can put this the same filter, multiple list, drop down. So now I can choose what day I want, if I want all of the dates. What year do I want? I want these years. Boom. Just like that. Pretty neat. I don't show you all my secrets. I have to keep some for me. However, if you do like, you can join our Vanguard. Next Wednesday, I might do a detailed video on this. How I'm gonna create a full-on Forex seasonality dashboard from zero. So make sure you tune in on that. How we're doing on the likes, let's see. If you're wondering how I know all this, I used to be a professional data analyst, but for sport, not for finance. But we can apply the same process. Pound dollar is another athlete. Euro dollar is another athlete. How have they performed in the last 100 years? We can analyze that. And when you do have that knowledge, you can apply it, and you just don't look at this and say, oh, is it going to go up or down? You can look at your previous data. You can say that if it's above a certain percentage in January, it's highly likely that it's going to drop to the average. So let's say we're trading above 3%, but historically, January has performed at 1.5%. What's the chances of that app coming back? Quite high, especially if it hasn't happened before. You can have a 95% certainty that having a short bias will get you out of trouble when you're in trouble. Seriously, thank you so much for this information. This is real gold. I appreciate that, Tassie. Like and share, appreciate that, Rashiki. Did you enter in the soup? In the soup. Yeah, this will be sort of soup situation. It's talking about ICT sort of concepts. A lot of people get scared when it's down to data or when they're talking about fundamental analysis. I get it. But the thing is, you can do this quite simply by learning a few clicks and downloading this software. You know, you can very easily create something that is really, really good. And we only touched on something simple, which is years and days and percentage return. Now imagine if we did this if we linked this might be a good idea. If we linked this data to interest rate data. So on the bottom here, we would have interest rate data, and we would see how that affects each month. In a really simple way, because interest rates is public knowledge, it's also linked to date, so we can just link it by date. 5 minutes, we could have that. Can you teach us how to read CPI, PPI, FOMC, and NFP? I don't normally try and predict what's going to happen in these events. We know there's going to be a spike, a big spike in either direction, but trying to trade the numbers will get you caught, 100%. Because in the first, we did a video on using the Interactive Brokers research tab. You will find that a lot of the time, even if it makes sense, let's say interest rates are doing something, you're expecting something else to happen, and the opposite happens. So a lot of the times it doesn't make sense in the first 4 to 10 hours. After 10 hours, then the numbers start to make sense, and you can trade that as a swing trader. But if you're day trading this, it's better to trade it technically with levels and all the stuff that we're looking for. You can add what we talked about now in terms of your seasonality. I'm going to trade this down to the 23.6. Let me see. So, what is that? 26 pips, roughly. 26 pips, 150, 38.2 will be $200. That will be 40 pips. Favorite for plotting fibs. This is on, like, this looks like it's on the 15, but it's not. If you look on the hour, you can see that we've taken the low there. Now, some people would take this, but I don't like the wick. So if it's a wick without a body, I exclude it, even though it has retraced back in. So I use this one, the bottom there, and it's the previous daily low as well. Anything below the hour, I only do it if I'm in a trade and I just want to manage the trade a little bit. Mostly I look at 4 hours, like this move, dailies, weeklies, monthlies. Depend on the situation. Let's take these out, clean up a little bit. Let's put a line in there so we know that is a daily fib or intraday. So that's what we're playing with. Mm-mm-mm-mm. 127 is close to, I mean, we can hold this to 127. The only problem is NFP. Am I happy with this? If the price is trading below, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. We failed to take the highs here. That's why I went half lot. If we took the highs, I would have gone one lot. And that's down to someone asking, how do you deal with your stops? That's how I deal with my stops. Okay guys, we're getting close. 95. 95. We've got about 15 minutes. Let's see if we're gonna hit it this time. Friday night. We might get a free Vanguard membership. If you wanna be in the draw, you have to click like. If we hit 150, we're getting a Vanguard free membership for next week. Start your February the conscious way. Boom, boom, boom. Mm-mm-mm. We're getting close to 100. So if we do get to 150, what we're going to do is going to do a draw, a giveaway of a Vanguard membership for a week. How we're going to do that is the people that have written Vanguard already, there's a cool little tool that will look for all the Vanguard comments, and it will we're going to do a draw together live, and whoever wins it, the process will be you're going to have to befriend me on Discord, and then you need to show me your YouTube ID from your YouTube to see it's actually you, and then I will give you a free access for a week. Hi Zan, nice to see you, buddy. I was wondering how you're doing. Been off the grid for a bit. Good to hear from you. I hope you're doing well, buddy. It's kind of hard to get 150 likes with only 102 watching Yanis. Well, it's not the same to 102 go. It's different people. So, you know, a lot of people have left us, especially when we talked about data. This is new people. $46 to go. Get in there. We're getting there. I might have to start setting up the draw. Ba 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 dum. Still holding. For the ones that are already a Vanguard, they don't receive the trial, obviously. You're already in there. It would be weird. But I guess if you do win a free trial, you could give it to a friend. Number of winners, 1. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. $36 to go. I've got a feeling we're going to have a Vanguard this time. ICT has its rules. Ian can't stoic. And I have my way of trading. I do like some ICT concept 2022, but I don't apply everything that ICT talks about. I trade my own way. I just use his concepts for entries, or I've just picked things that I like about ICT, and then I trade my own way, if that makes sense. Price is coming back. We had a dip below that liquidity here, and now it's pushing back up, probably coming to find this fair value gap here. Vanguard, that's the keyword. How likely is it going to hit the 38.2? Who knows? Who knows? As long as you know how to plan if it goes against you, that's the most important thing. You've done your analysis. Failed to get into the fair value gap still, waiting. We're holding. Hi Corpez, nice to see you too. Nice, Maria. I'm glad you found that interesting. Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. Like knowing what you're looking at in terms of trading, data can be really be a strong edge, especially when you know what you're doing and you're doing it by yourself. I know I'm paying for PMT, but when this is ready, like for instance, my seasonality here is so much better. This is just a fixed thing that they give you. This I can do whatever I want. So for me, making your own one and being able to filter wherever you need. Today's Friday. You can see all the Fridays. Start of the day, start thinking. When I'm on it, I need to do it. I can't not look at it. This is interesting. This one here, 1985. But if we go to recent years, we've seen a decrease. Right, the biggest was in 2009. We had 2008, the collapse. A big reaction in 2009 after the housing crash. And now we've had 2023 Fridays overall a decrease in 3.76%. And in 2022, a decrease from 4%. So we've had 2 years in a row with big drops in percentage on Fridays throughout the year. So this is interesting. We haven't had big bullish days. Mostly, let's put the average on there actually. So I just want the average on the table. So that would give me the average of the table. So I need to change this to percentage. Change the number to percentage. 1 decimal. 0.4%. So overall, historical data since, let's do after 2009. Actually excluding 2009 because that was post the crash. I just want to delete these averages. So minus 0.1%. So overall. And the biggest have been very recent in 22 and 23. So that's telling me something. I don't know what it's telling you. Oh, don't know if we're gonna make it, guys. We've got another 30 likes. I don't think we're gonna make it. I'm not one to skip rules, so if we don't make it to 150, what I'll do next time, put it at 130. But we are very close. I am gonna give it another 5 minutes and see if we hit it for the free Vanguard for next week. Back on the previous daily high. In that fair value there. We filled the fair value gap now. Back up. The problem with data is when I look at data, I cannot stop looking at data. I love playing with data. So, yeah, some interesting things that is coming up on the pound dollar. Let's see. Latest ICT lessons, he teaches so much depth. What he is putting now is gold, especially Model 5. You will get better at reading intraday direction. I approved like crazy, successful hit rate of 90%. That's amazing, man. And that's the thing with the ICT is whatever you find that works for you, you have to like make it happen, like keep it, protect it, improve it, adapt it, and you will eventually get there. Yeah, so I always reverse Casperio. I always reverse price. So the fact that we are in previous daily high after a push like that, this can continue up. I This was just a small entry of half a lot. So for me to be able to manage this, if this gets close to NFP, I'll just kill it and wait for the news and then reposition. If we push lower, I'll be looking for buys down here. If we push up higher, 128 will be my minimum sort of rule to get a proper position in. Guys, if you haven't followed me on Instagram, make sure you do that now, because that's where you're going to see what's going to happen with this trade. It's pretty much a continuation of this live. Obviously, we're not as cool as we are on YouTube, but conscious day trader. Let's copy that in here. You can go and follow me and you'll see what I've been up to. Today we had, oh yeah, by the way, 30k secures for January, 55,000 complete allocation. That's yesterday's trades. This is me missing a combo and pretending it's a dance move. We ended up with 34 pips yesterday. Not bad. And this is me attempting a 80 kilo 3 rep. Quite happy with that. Haven't been, working on losing that dad bod. After doing the 120 deadlift, getting back into shape. It's not, everything about trading is mental, physical, and just show you a little bit of the background there, what I'm doing on a daily, go and see Bali, life and all that. So make sure what we're doing on the likes, 1, 2, 3. Oh, we got close. But it looks like I'm gonna have to go and make a dinner. I am gonna do 130 likes next week. Maybe it's a bit optimistic for 50. I do want to see these 3 Vanguards coming in, but I can't break my rules. So we didn't hit 150, unfortunately, but you have some huge gems today. Go and watch the video back if you haven't seen it. We did a full-on analysis on how to create your own data analytics for seasonality for free. Tableau, public, you download it. I'll make a video next week on this. I'll have it ready and I'll make it from scratch so you can get used to it as well. The learning curve for this is not huge, but the ability that you get with this, life-changing. So you can see, highlight the greens, the reds. It's so much stuff you can do with this. But we're back at break even here. I have got a feeling we're going to 128. I do. I don't know if we're going to do it before the NFP event. I think we will. If not, we're going to have to wait for that NFP event to see what happens. So follow me on Instagram. Make sure you keep your risk managed, guys. NFP day, don't go crazy on lot sizes. One day is not going to make you profitable. All right? Don't use this day to become greedy or trying to pass challenges. That's not the way you're going to be financial free. So make sure you don't overtrade, especially today. And next week we can see the aftermath as well. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday are the lives. Wednesday, my day is fully for the Vanguards. I make videos for them. We do Q&As. So yeah, if you want to get involved, the one last thing I'm going to show you, let me show you the charts because I didn't do that, I forgot about it. We got to about $100 on this. So that would have been 20 pips. I wanted to hold that. If you don't want to wait for the Vanguard free stuff, you can always join us and you'll get access obviously immediately. I agree, TB. That is very true. Stick to something that's working for you and don't try and complicate it. Make it simple. It's best to stick to simple stuff, you know, much better. Absolutely agree. So yeah, guys, I've put inside the upgrade if you want to join us. Today there's a call at 10 UK time, which is, what time is it now? In 20 minutes. So they're going to be joining on Zoom every week. They've got a 3-hour call there. They can jump in. If you want to join us, click on that upgrade. Otherwise, have an amazing NFP event. Have an amazing weekend. And I will see you Monday at 7 UK time. Be there.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground and it go off. Yeah, hit the ground and it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground and it go off. Yeah, hit the ground and it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem been petty. Gotta keep on chugging. Ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed heavy. Got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that. It's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up. I'm trying to get it in FT to get them in their hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities are never come unless you paying attention. So no, I can't miss that. Moving. MVP, I got the record. I might have to pro something. Big jumper worthy. They gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming. Had to work something cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans. Partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking even no ends. Yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen. Putting hours in my practice. I did all that. Yeah, I can't take